Nevetta, so I'm gonna get real with y'all. Okay. This is after y'all know how Oprah did after the show. This is that. Okay.
All right.
So about 2 shows ago, we had another mental health specialist come, Miss Sherry Brown, for Peace of Mind mental health, and so we were talking, and she was like, "Girl, you just came out the closet." I really do. I have mental health issues that I've been in therapy, and I've been in prayer, and all of the things. And for me, they both work together hand in hand. I don't think my therapy would make much sense without prayer.
Yes.
And I think that my therapy helps me when I pray, right? Yes. And so Nevetta has been doing the mental health moments on the show. And the last show, I just laid on the couch. I'm like I need help. I done came out the closet, and it's things that when we are real and open and transparent, you find out that you are not alone.
That's it.
And so I asked Nevetta, let's do just after the show, talk about like real situations where I'm not alone. I know I'm not. There were many years I felt alone. There are many years I masked up and I tried to hide all of the things, but it's too late in the day. I'm too old for this. Right. You could say, God been too good. Right. All of the things, but that time is over because there's so many people that need our help.
Right.
And so this is Nevetta K. King, y'all. She's here to help me with ADHD and my other mental health issues. But even the what's the word for it? Trauma?
Yes.
What you have a thing that you call, what's the acronym that y'all do for trauma when they take a test?
ACEs.
Talk about that, please.
Adverse childhood experiences.
Yeah.
Adverse childhood experiences
y'all heard
are
of that?
extremely.
ACEs before? Sorry, go.
It's extremely important. And what that is stuff that we have gone through in our childhood that has not been addressed properly. And so there is a universal questionnaire that you can take. It's 10 questions. And when you answer these questions, you're answering them from the time frame when you were 0 to 17 years old. And what'll happen is based on the way you answer the questions, you get a ACEs score. And the higher your ACEs score, the more complex the trauma. The good thing about it now is that we are learning that trauma does not necessarily have to define us.
Right.
We, with the tools that are available, by normalizing conversations in the church and in our homes and families, we have the ability to reverse the effects of trauma. But it takes taking the mask off that she just talked about. It takes us not suffering in silence.
All that part.
And so resilience, post-traumatic growth is what comes on the other side of being willing to have that conversation, being willing to be honest, open, and transparent. And we do find that when you begin to talk about the things you've gone through, that you're not alone.
Yeah.
It's just that we have to give ourselves permission to have that conversation. And it's so liberating. It's so liberating. And if we can get that, they are now introducing trauma. I mean, ACEs, even at the elementary school level, right? Because I don't mind saying I'm 50 years old and didn't begin to talk about my childhood trauma maybe 3 years ago.
That's it.
But if we can get them in elementary, get them in middle school, understanding that, you know what, it's okay not to be okay, and let's talk about it. I believe with my whole heart that suicide,
can be prevented.
What is the statistic?
Yeah.
Will lessen.
Yeah.
Because it gives a child permission to embrace the good and the bad instead of hiding from it.
A lot of times that's what we learn how to do is hide from it. Yeah. And then to talk about it, I can't say nothing to y'all because y'all gonna judge me. You think I'm all that, right?
Yeah.
And I am all that, but I also got this. And then working through those issues, like she was saying, when you deal with it with the little kids, they are so much quicker. And then again, she is a pastoral counselor.
Yes.
So hers comes with the gospel.
Yeah.
You know? Yes. And to be able to reach entertainers. This conversation started off as entertainers. When you're in the arts and entertainment, you go through some ups and downs. Yeah. Them downs are low and they hard and nobody knows. You could come off the stage and everybody applauding your name and you get home and you under the bed.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
What is that? Where did that come from? And then being able to say, hey, I feel like this is, I know that this is a lie, but these things are going on in my head right now. And then who was it today? Just continuously speaking positive things, speaking the truth, those things that are real, those things that are good, lovely, and of a good report. If there be any virtue or any praise, think on these things.
Yeah.
But that becomes true right then and there in that moment. But when I was alone, it was kind of true.
Right.
It was like true for a little while until I had help.
Right. And you said something right now. You said when the thoughts are coming in your head. And there is an acronym for, I love acronyms. She's very good at them. But there is this acronym for the word think. And what it does is it helps us challenge the thoughts that we're having so that we can get to that point where we take them captive for those of us that know the word of God and you cast them down. Or it gets you to the point to where you can stop the rabbit hole, going down the rabbit hole when they come, right? The acronym is this, think. The T is for true. Is it true? Is it helpful? H. Is it inspiring?
Okay.
Is it necessary? And is it kind? And by the time you have a thought and you ask yourself those things, you should be on a better track. And if you're not, you at least know what I need to do. No, this is not true. No, this is not necessary. So now what? What do I do next? Because now I recognize that this thought is not here to help me or work for me. It's here to work against me. It's here to distract me. It's here to depress me. It's here to disappoint, right? And you get to choose. And that's how we control the narrative, by paying attention to what it is that we're thinking, because our thinking and feelings lead to our actions.
Right.
One of the biggest things that I've learned out of this whole season is forgiving myself.
That's a big one.
You know, you should have done, you should have known better, all of the things, right? But no, I forgive me. Like, it's easy to forgive others and be like, it's okay, it's all right. But then when we do it, it's like to forgive yourself and be like, it's okay, you messed up, you didn't know. That is so much more freeing now than that suffering in silence that I did for so long. Jesus.
I definitely did, and it was not beneficial. It leads to a lot of health issues. It leads to chronic depression, chronic everything. You know,
Right.
And so, but to me, I realized something else. Growing up, you always hear, and I don't know, it's in our culture. What happens in this house stays in this house.
Yeah. That is in our culture.
We learn at a very
That
young
is in our
age
culture.
not to say anything about anything, right? And so now, you know, that's just something that.
And you know what? And
Go ahead.
I've been sitting here like, do you talk? Do you not talk?
Yeah.
But it's, especially when you talked about the culture, and not just dressing the culture, but living the culture. I tried to go back and find out where that began. And it really wasn't in our culture.
Oh.
That's the thing. Because the dinner table was everything came out. It wasn't what happens in this house stays in this house. That was a new age Western type of thought.
Wow.
But it's not from the culture, because the culture had you come together, and the young folk had to listen to what the elders were teaching, because they didn't already walk this walk.
That's good.
You know, and they shared everything.
Yeah.
But we it's like catching a bad habit, and we keep using the habit, and now we keep using the habit until now it's the truth.
Yeah.
But that has never been the way that we work.
Right.
And as you see, it don't work now. This, back around that table,
That's so good.
that soul food table, now we're talking again, and that's what it is. And I wanted to say this to you, thank you, because when we met 10 years ago, I was giving my own self-therapy. That's why we named the poetry group Poetic Therapy,
Wow.
because I needed that therapy, and you folks showing up
Yeah.
and sharing what the word was my therapy. And I get you. When everybody else is gone, when the club is quiet, now it's just you and your thoughts.
Yep.
The only person you can't hide from. The only person you got to be the truth with at all times now.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
And it's a weight.
It is.
And so many artists, we need people like you
Yes.
who constantly on our shoulder saying and building up that spiritual and the singers of Deaf Soul and the way that I see you in the community. It's not just I'm gonna make all this money, but I'm giving back to the community, and I want to share. We all got the gift, you know, and so I just say thank you. And this is my therapy now. I don't know how much I got to pay you at the end.
Right, because I definitely would love to speak with you. I don't know how it works or whatever, but you know, like I told you, I take care of my mother, and I am an only child. And I noticed that ever since 4 years ago, and them telling me, calling your family, go ahead and plan a funeral. She's not gonna make it.
Oh, God.
Four different times. I'm asking my mom at her bedside, who do you want to sing? Who do you want to do your eulogy and all these things? And each time God said,
Not yet.
not yet. A miracle each time. But the toll of that, I will say, and this is my first time ever saying it publicly, it has done something to me to watch it. She now has dementia as well. So I have to internalize a lot of that, you know, and I have my husband who was in the house with us, and I just knew he was going to leave too because she got really, really sick, like 1 month before our 1 year anniversary. And they're like, she's never going to do this and do that. And I was like, oh, he gone. Well, no, he's sitting over there. He's sitting over there. But
James is hang on.
I'm just noticing lately, and I'm just saying this publicly, you know, that did something to me. That gravity of this new life change. But if I did not have my faith in my music and community and opportunities like this helps me. So thank you. It allows a weight to be lifted off my shoulders temporarily, but I want the weight gone.
And this gives you tools to keep that weight off. Like, it's going to come back. It's going to come back trying to get you. But it's like, wait, I know these tools. I know what I'm supposed to do in this moment. Instead of break down, cry, cuss everybody out. No, just me. Just me.
No, it's not just you. No, I was saying,
Don't leave me hanging.
No, I was agreeing with
because we can freak out because it's like we watched what we learned. We do what we watched, what we learned how to do, right? What our ancestors, our family members who didn't have any training or any knowledge, the best they can with what they had. We say that all the time. But now we're doing the best we can with what we have, and we got more. We've got more tools to add. And so I'm grateful because we can take these burdens off. And you know what? 3 months ago, we've been going through it with my mom too, and she has a dementia.
Been following your story,
and it's
praying
really,
for you.
It's really something new on us, and so I know that now we're kin in this way, and we can help each other. But I could be therapy adjacent to you, but this is a therapist. This is the one you go and cry, and then she keep your little secrets. Okay, it's confidentiality. All right.
Absolutely.
Listen, I'm gonna wrap it up. This is After the Show with DeAnna Brown and the Fwdprogress Show. Awesome. Okay, and this is Nevetta K. King from Expanded Roots. I thank you so much for lending us your professional ear, giving us your heart, and listening to us and making a difference. I love you, Tutu.
I love you too, and thank you for the opportunity. Always pushing me to make forward progress.
Always.
That's what you do.
I love you.
Thank you so much for joining us after the show.